Some of my favorite people are here. Yay! Hey, I have a question for you. Do you see something behind me that is Green? Green. I know how to spell. What was it? What's the color? Ooh, fantastic. And where is it behind me? Ooh, or do you see more than one spot of Green? Green. Let's see. Did you point to the plant behind me? It is green. You're right. And I just noticed there's a little post-it right there, and that one is also green. Any other greens behind me? Maybe this little finger on the turkey or green puffballs? Did you come up with some really creative things that were green? Fantastic. Well done. Okay, I have your next one. Can you find Purple? Purple. What that spells. Did you see some? Where? Oh, did you find a couple spots of purple? You did. Oh, is it here on the chair behind me? Oh, you're right. And where else? I think Tuesday looks a little purple, don't you think? Is that right? Is Tuesday purple? Tuesday is Purple. 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 Purple's what that spells. Yes! Well done. Ooh, are you ready for the next one? Oh, fantastic. Me too. Okay. BLUE spell. BLUE spells. Hi ho, did you know BLUE spells? The big sky is, the ocean is too. Hi ho, did you know BLUE spells? What around me is BLUE? Did you come up with some really fabulous options? Ooh, I see quite a few behind me actually. Did you pick this vase or bowl right behind me? Did you pick our weather binoculars? Did you pick my shirt? What about, we actually have up there days of the. They are blue, and so is some of the spots on the map over here behind me. Did you find lots of blue things? Oh, fantastic. What other things do I have? Let me take a peek. Ooh, here's one right here. RED. RED. I can spell. Fire trucks are, stop signs are, too. RED. RED. What could it be? What color is RED? Oh, you know. Oh, tell me. Oh, is the question mark behind me RED? You're right, it is. And what about, oh my goodness, let's see, Monday is RED, red, and Thursday is RED, red, and Saturday is RED, red. Yes! Oh, you are so good at this. Okay, last one for right now. YELLOW spells. YELLOW spells. Like the early morning sun when the day has just begun. YELLOW spells. Oh, do you see some? You do. Let's see. What do you see? Tell me. Those are some good ideas. Did you point out the yellow in the weather binoculars? You did. Oh, that's great. What about Sunday? Sunday is yellow. And so is Friday. And I also see some yellow going on here with the states. And I have a poem over there on the wall. And that is also on yellow paper. Wow! You are so good at this game and spelling colors. Yes! So let's continue on with the musical theme. And I would like to read a little bit of the Wild Symphony. Do you remember what we left off on? Tell me if I'm wrong. Let me remind you. The Wild Symphony. And the last one that I remember is Cheetah. Are you ready? Do you think the cheetah music will be fast? I think it will be. So, let's see. Are you ready? Oh, here it is. Ooh, it sounds very slow, like it's stalking. What's gonna happen? So it says, cheetah chase. You can't see her creeping low, inching forward, slow, slow, slow. Even when you squint and stare, you see nothing. Nothing's there. Whoa! That's a lot of energy happening now, isn't it? Wow! Then whoosh, a flash of yellow fur. A streaking blaze, a cheetah blur. In a heartbeat, she can shift from super slow to super swift. But when a cheetah runs so fast, her cheetah speed will never last. And so she stops to breathe and rest. A baobab tree for naps is best. She gives a yawn and then a snore and then pa-whoosh, she runs some more. That's a pretty good one. I like how the music is very expressive of the actions that the cheetah is doing. First it's stalking and it's slow music and you can just imagine the cheetah is looking at maybe some prey and is slowly going forward, and then the music gets really fast and intense and you know she's racing along, and then apparently she gets tired and takes a nap. And the little mousy guy over here says, it's important to give everything that you've got, but don't forget to rest and refuel your tank. Gotta take a little bit of time, huh? Ooh, oh my goodness. This page has elephants on it. And this has a baby elephant. And I don't know if this is, oh no, it is. Mama elephant is teaching the baby elephant how to, let's see, how to practice, it says ta-ta-da, ta-ta-dee, practice singing just like me. Are you ready to hear it? Here we go. Da-da-da-da, ta-ta-da-dee. Oh my goodness. That must be the baby elephant. Oh. The big grown-up elephants are more bass, and the little baby violin is a violin. It's so much more higher pitched and tiny sounding. And it says, eager elephant, ta-ta-da, ta-ta-dee, practice singing just like me. Yes, it's hard, but she won't quit. Soon she'll get the hang of it. Mama teaches, baby learns, brother giggles in the ferns. Then at last she gets it right. Ta-ta-da, they'll dance all night. Oh, that violin was beautiful in there. Nobody gets it right the first time. Just keep practicing and you'll catch on. What a great motto. I love it. Oh, all right. This is our last one for today. It says, rat attack. Well, what kind of music do you think this is going to be? Rats are small and they scurry around really fast. Do you think our music will be like that? Maybe. Let's find out. Here we go. Rat attack. You run and hide when rats are near. Dash away and shake you in fear. But if you stop and think a bit, you'll see it should be opposite. You're bigger, louder, smarter too. The rat should run away from you. And do you see all of the elephants are very afraid of all of the rats? Oh my goodness. And the elephants, they must be this big bass noise maybe. And they're very afraid. Alrighty, so the next time that we read a little bit more of this book, it will be Busy Beetles. Oh, can't wait, can't wait. Alrighty, well, we talked. Oh, you know what? I thought I was going to do something, but I changed my mind because I looked over. And do you remember that birdhouse or bottle gourd that we counted all of its roots? Well, I transplanted it. And now, look at it. It's so tall. And I thought, well, let's just figure out how tall it is. I'm going to put this bottom part against the soil. All right, do you see what number? It's right there at 4 inches, isn't it? It's a little bit taller than 4 inches. Would you say it's in between 4 and 5? Would you say that, in between 4 and 5? This one leaf is pretty tall. That's 4 1/2. So our little gourd plant is about 4 1/2 inches tall. It's done a lot of growing in a short amount of time. It's been, what, 3 weeks since we planted it? It was just a little seed. So what I was going to say before was we have been talking about vowels. A-E-I-O-U. And in every syllable in a word, there's a vowel. Miss Christie, what is a syllable? So glad you asked. Well, these are all single syllables, just one. And we can go bad, ped, din, hop, tut. So they're all single syllable. But if I said tut, tut, how many syllables would that be? Tut, tut. 2. That would be 2 syllables. What about hop? Do you guys know the book, Hop on Pop? Those are 3 words, but it's also 3 syllables in that sentence. So let's see. Din. Din is 1 syllable. Din. What about dinner? Can you guess? Dinner. It's 2. Good job. What about, bad could be badger. Let's try that. Bad is bad, 1 syllable. Badger would be 2 syllables. Can you figure out how many syllables are in your name? You might have a name that has 3 syllables. Let's see if we can figure out a month that has more than 2 syllables. What about the first month of the year? Do you remember what the first month of the year is? It's in winter. Let's see. Can you think of the song? January. There we go. That's as far as we have to go. January. Oh my goodness, how many times did I just clap? So many times. Let's do it again. January. 4 get the same amount of syllables again. Wow! And every syllable has a vowel. Yeah, isn't that wild? Okay, think if you can think of a one syllable month. It's coming up. It's next month, the 5th month of the year. Okay, do your song. January, February, March, and April, May. May! May only has one syllable. What? That's wild. Okay, so we've found May has one syllable. What about, March, last month? March. One syllable as well. Oh my goodness. Let's see, can we find something with two syllables? Even our month, this month, April. Oh, I'm sorry, that's our two syllable one. April. So, April has two syllables. So, May has one. April has two. What about three? Let's see if we can get it with September. September. Wow, we got our three syllable. September, and then January was our four syllable. Wow, that's really neat. So figure out how many syllables you have in your name. And it will probably correspond with the amount of vowels that you find in the word or your name. Before it gets too late, I want to read a really fun book called Ada Twist, Scientist. There's Ada. She's got her goggles on and her gloves, and she is doing lots of calculations here. Do you want to be a scientist someday? Oh, fabulous. All right. I'm going to have to move you just a little bit closer. Oops, sorry about the noise. Oh my goodness. Ada Marie said not a word until she turned 3. She bounced in her crib and looked all around, observing the world, but not making a sound. She learned how to climb and made her big break with a trail of chaos left in her wake. She ran through the day chasing each sound and sight and didn't slow down till she conked out at night. What does conk out mean? What is Ada Marie doing? Sleeping. Conked out means sleeping. Oh, there's parents. Her parents were frazzled but tried not to, as Ada grew bigger and still did not speak. Clearly, young Ada, with lots in her head, would have something to say when it ought to be said. That's just what happened when Ada turned 3. She tore through the house on a fact-finding spree and climbed up the clock just as high as could be. And her parents yelled, "Stop!" as all good parents would. And Ada's chin quivered, but she did not cry. She took a deep breath and she simply asked, "Why?" Oh, wow. Look at all the questions Ada has. Why does it tick, and why does it talk, and why don't we call it a granddaughter clock? Why are there pointy things stuck to a rose? Why are there hairs up inside of your nose? She started with why, and then what, how, and when, and by bedtime she came back to why once again. She drifted to sleep as her dazed parents smiled at the curious thoughts of their curious child, who wanted to know what the world was about, and they kissed her and whispered, "You'll figure it out." Wow, look at all of that. Her parents kept up with their high-flying kid, whose questions and chaos both grew as she did. Oh, she's gotten bigger. Even Miss Greer found her hands were quite full when young Ada's chaos wreaked havoc at school. But this much was clear about Miss Ada Twist. She had all of the traits of a great scientist. Ada was busy that first day of spring and testing the sounds that make mockingbirds sing, when a horrible stench whacked her right in the nose, a pungent aroma that curled up her toes. Zowie, said Ada, which got her to thinking, what is the source of that terrible stinkin'? How does a nose know there's something to smell, and does it still stink if there's no nose to tell? She rattled off questions and tapped on her chin. She'd start at the start where she ought to begin. A mystery, a riddle, a puzzle, a quest. This was the moment that Ada loved best. Oh, let's see. What is she doing? Ada did research to learn all she could of smelling and smells, both the stinky and good. One hypothesis Ada thought could be true. The terrible stink came from Dad's cabbage stew. She tested and tested, but soon Ada knew it was time to come up with hypothesis 2. Then, zowie, the stink struck again. Just like that. Hypothesis 2, it's caused by the cat. The cat couldn't make such a stink on its own. It needed perfume and some fancy cologne. So young Ada tested, and the test was a flop. She started again, but her parents yelled stop. Oh, that would have been a bad decision. Oh, let's see. Ada Marie, to the thinking chair now by the time we count 3. Enough, said her parents. That's it, said her dad. Her parents were frustrated, frazzled, and mad. Why? Ada questioned, and her mother said no. What? Ada queried, and her father said go. You've ruined our supper. You've made the cat stink. Enough with your questions. Now sit there and think. She looked at her parents, and her heart turned to goo. Poor Ada Twist didn't know what to do. Oh, there's the thinking chair. She sat all alone by herself in the hall, and Ada once more could say nothing at all. Uh-oh. Do you see what's next to her, though? Pencil. We always need to make good decisions. Is Ada making a good decision here? No, we write on paper, don't we? Yep. So, she is problem solving. What would be a good way to problem solve? To do it on a piece of paper. Yes! Let's read more. And so Ada sat and she sat and she sat and she thought about science and Stu and the cat and how her experiments made such a big mess. Does it have to be so? Is that part of success? Are messes a problem? And while she was thinking, what was the source of that terrible stinkin'? Ada Marie did what scientists do. She asked a small question, and then she asked 2. And each of those led to her 3 questions more, and some of those questions resulted in 4. As Ada got thinking, she really dug in. She scribbled her questions and tapped on her chin. Let's see. She started at why, and then what, how, and when. At the end of the hall, she reached why once again. Oh my goodness. Her parents calmed down and they came back to talk. They looked at the hallway and just had to gawk. What is gawking? That's what gawking looks like. No patch of bare paint could be seen on the wall. The thinking chair now was the great thinking hall. They watched their young daughter inside as they did. What would they do with their curious kid who wanted to know what the world was about? And they smiled and they whispered, we'll figure it out. And that's what they did, because that's what you do when your kid has a passion and a heart that is true. And they remade their world. Now they're all in the act of helping young Ada sort fiction from fact. What is fiction? Stuff that's made up. It's not real. Fiction. And fact is stuff that is real. Let's see. She asks lots of questions. How could she resist? It's all in the heart of a young scientist. And as for that smell, what can Ada Twist do but learn all she can with her friends in grade 2? Will they discover the stink that curls toes? Well, that is the question. And someday, who knows? The end. So I want to know, are you a scientist? Do you ask lots of questions? Do you do experiments? Do you love seeing how the world works? Me too. All right, my friends, that is it for today. Mwah! I will see you tomorrow.